But first, Anthony Albanese has had a shaky start to the Labor leadership. It hasn't been helped by the strong positions, often unpopular, of people like Christina Keneally. He's been pulled from both sides of the Labor Party on policy, and the party's at war over every position Labor took to the May election. But today, Albanese is trying to get his leadership back on track. He's giving a major speech this afternoon where he's going to try and reposition the party and express his view on the way forward for Labor. His pitch will be to the blue-collar workers who once only voted Labor but shifted in massive numbers to Scott Morrison ahead of the last election. Albanese is going to say this afternoon in this big speech that he wants Labor to be about the business of creating wealth. He wants to talk about job creation, even in the renewable energy sector. But he's also backing the mining industry and saying that they will fuel the clean energy economies of the 21st century. Now, the problem for Albo is that on the very day he's giving this big speech, a landmark speech to try and reposition Labor in the centre, another Labor politician, Senator Kim Carr, has come out and said there's no need to take a new direction from the one they took to the last election. Pretty extraordinary and very disloyal. The Labor senator says that right faction MPs who want to move to the centre have actually got it wrong. Here's what he said in a story in The Australian today. He said Labor's policy framework was sound. It was our messaging that was off key. Now, Kim Carr is from Albanese's left faction, but he helped secure Bill Shorten's leadership over Albo's back in 2013. So he's no friend of Albanese. Now, while there's no denying that Albanese wants and knows that he needs to move the party back to the middle ground and that this is the only way Labor can have any chance of winning government after such a long spell in the wilderness. But clearly, many politicians in Labor are yet to be convinced of this new direction. This is despite the fact that Labor suffered an all-time low primary result in Queensland. The longer Labor MPs bicker about policy direction, the less competitive the party will be. And while some of you might think that's a good thing, it is a huge problem when it comes to holding the government to account.